Hey folks, welcome. Here we discuss real stories by real people. Today we have the story of a man whose girlfriend gets knocked up by another man. Let's see how it goes. Story 1. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years and have been living together for 6 months. Before we moved in together, our relationship was going well. However, once we did, it seemed like we grew apart. My girlfriend often appeared distant and was not as interested in spending time together. The past few months were a rough time. I often felt frustrated and angry, which only made things worse. Last month, I found out that my girlfriend was cheating on me with someone she met at work. She denied it, but I found the chats and confronted her. She blamed it on me, saying I didn't appreciate her and took her for granted. I ended things with her, but we were stuck together because of the lease. Our relationship has been strained for the past 2 weeks, but I've been trying my best to be amicable. She was supposed to find a place and move out in September. She has accused me of being overly emotional and trying to displace her from her safe place. She said she believes it was unfair of me to be the one to stay in the apartment. I think it's completely fair since I was here first. However, yesterday she found out she's pregnant. She says it's mine, but I told her she can't say that when she was sleeping with another dude at the same time. I told her I'd need a paternity test before I assume any kind of responsibility. I feel like my whole world has been upended. I do not want the baby to be mine. I do not want to have a connection to her for the rest of my life. She's since been trying to get me to do things for her. Today, she asked me to put a hot water bottle on her back because her back was aching. I told her off and she got all huffy. Her friend texted me, asking me to grow up and step up as her partner. X has been sending me links to baby items and stuff for the nursery nonstop. Help me out here. Edit. Okay, I get the message loud and clear. I'm looking up lawyers right now. Update. I made a post here last month of my ex being pregnant. I found a lawyer and he instructed me to get out of the mess as quickly as possible because in some cases, living under the same roof could mean you are willing to assume the responsibility of the woman and the child, which could give the woman a cause to sue for child support. So I broke the lease and got out of there fast. Then I blocked her and all communication was via the lawyer. My ex went ballistic and turned up at my buddy's door with her girlfriends, but my buddy and his brother blocked them. I really owe them a big one. We had a blood test done to determine the dad. To no one's surprise, I'm not the dad. I could explode with relief right now. I unblocked her yesterday and sent the results with a middle finger emoji. Lame, I know, but couldn't help it, and I'm sure my lawyer wouldn't approve. She went silent after that, I guess trying to process that she isn't getting that nursery she was trying to get me to build. Then today, she sent me a long text. Hey OP, I hope you're happy with yourself. You may think you've won, but let me tell you that you've shown your true colors as a dishonorable person. You abandoned me and my child when we needed you the most. You left me to deal with this on my own, since AP's name wants nothing to do with this baby. You can hide behind your lawyer all you want. I wouldn't expect nothing more of you because I've always known you're a coward deep down. The first sign of responsibility, and of course, you ran. You're the worst kind of partner a woman could have, and I'm glad I was given the chance to see who you are before making a lifelong commitment. It's easy to send the middle finger emoji from a safe distance, but it just proves how immature and petty you are. I never thought you could be so cold. I thought you'd at least come to care about the child if you spent enough time with me. Men adopt children that aren't theirs all the time and bring them up like their own. You might never be able to have biological children, so this could have been your one chance to be the dad you want to be. You had a chance to be a bigger person, to show some compassion, but you chose the low road. I thought I knew you, but I guess I was wrong. If this is how you treat people you once loved, then I pity anyone who has the misfortune of being in your life in the future. One day you'll realize what you've done and regret it, but by then it'll be too late. Goodbye, and I hope you never have to experience the kind of betrayal and abandonment you've shown me. X's name. She washed her hands of me, I guess. Poor me. So, there it is. It's nothing exciting or unpredictable in the end. Thanks to everybody who gave advice and wished me well. If there's more development, I'll update. Take care. Now for some comments. First off, good for you for getting out of that toxic situation. It's insane that your ex would expect you to take responsibility for a child that isn't yours. Her trying to guilt you into being a dad to her affair partner's baby is beyond manipulative. Glad you got the paternity test and cleared things up. Stay strong and keep moving forward. This is a classic case of someone trying to shift the blame. She messed up, got pregnant by another guy, and now she's lashing out at you for not sticking around. You did the right thing by getting a paternity test and distancing yourself. Her trying to guilt trip you into adopting the child is just sad. You deserve to be happy and free from her drama. Good luck with everything moving forward. Story 2. The last couple of years, my wife has been very cold to me. I tried very hard to improve our marriage in all the usual ways. She didn't care. Eventually, I got the "I love you, but I'm not in love with you" speech, then asked for a divorce. I begged her to change her mind. She persisted. I agreed to move out of the house into an apartment and let her and our 2-year-old son live in the house until we figure out the details of the divorce. She asked me to respect her privacy and stay out of the house. I did not explicitly agree because I owe her nothing. Today after work, I go to our house to pick up our son for a scheduled visit. Ordinarily, I would not go into the house, but this time I entered because my brother who lives nearby was babysitting for an hour because my wife could not be there in time for my arrival. When I walked into the house, I saw several pairs of men's shoes on the mat near the back door and immediately froze. I knew right away that a man was living in my house. I started rifling through all the closets and dresser drawers. I found another man's entire wardrobe. I called the police. I explained the entire situation to the police. They said as long as my name was on the title of the house and there was no paperwork in the divorce court saying otherwise, then I could stay in the house. I told them things could get very ugly in the next hour if my wife and her affair partner got home while I was there. I asked the police if I told her AP to get out of the house, but she said he could stay, what would happen? They said he could not stay without the permission of both of us. He would have to leave the house. Within 5 minutes, a police car showed up in front of my house. I explained the deal to them and told them I was removing all his shit from my house and forbidding him from entering my house. Within 30 minutes, my brother and I had all of his clothes removed from the house and thrown into the garage. I texted my wife to tell her I knew everything and to tell the AP to stay out of my house forever. I told her that I was moving back into my house and he was not allowed into my house ever again. I also advised her to stay away from the house. She did not comply. She showed up at the house 15 minutes later. Fortunately, the police were there to act as a buffer and to explain my rights to her. She left the house and did not come back tonight. I have no idea where she went. There is simply no way I am paying the mortgage for another man to live in my beautiful house while I live in a small apartment. Nor will I let another man near my son without knowing everything about him. My plan now is to do everything to keep her AP away from my son and him out of my house. I doubt they have a place to stay in the near term. They weren't expecting to find a new place to live this week or this month. We live in an area where it can take months to find a decent apartment in an average neighborhood. They are fucked. I'm glad they're fucked. More later. What should I do going forward? Involving the police was a smart move. And now there's an official record that she allowed this person near your son. A lawyer can use that when addressing custody issues. What kind of a simp moves into another man's house? I bet he's unemployed. Better to get your lawyer look into his background to see if he has any criminal history. If he does, that'll favor you in getting full custody. Make sure to document every interaction with her and keep a detailed journal of your activities with your son. Good luck. Now for some comments. As others have mentioned, lawyer up ASAP. All bridges have been burnt here. There's no going back. Check and secure shared assets, bank account, credit cards, etc. Build a strong support group, family, close friends that could lend you a hand in moments of weakness and despair. Depending on your circumstances, file for full custody for your little one. The way I see it, she abandoned him this night to be with her AP, leaving her son behind. Be strong. It's going to get worse before it gets better, but you will weather the storm and come out stronger for your son. What you should do. 1. Lawyer up, because she's going to go for the house and your son. 2. Divorce her. She made her choice. As much as you love her and care for her, where's the love and care for you? 3. Speak with a therapist. This is going to be a long and hard ride. 4. Be strong. She may realize what she lost and try to win you back, but remember what she did. She will most likely do it again. But at the end of the day, you will do what is right. Stay strong for you and your son's sake. I think you made the right choice. It was your wife's decision to step outside of her marriage. It would be one thing if the divorce was final and she'd moved on, but you still own that house. Why should you foot the bill for another man to live there? It seems irresponsible on her part that she already introduces another man into her kid's life. Besides, the house is both of yours, not just hers. She either has to live with you while you're in the house or find another place to live. That only seems fair.